Alright, this is a video I did not want to make. But I feel like not enough people on YouTube are making these videos. I just purchased a 2022 Ram 2500 heavy duty 6.4 liter Hemi engine, my dream truck. The truck I have wanted since I was a kid. I've loved Ram. I've loved this truck for a very long time now. And I thought that I was in a position to afford it. The Blue Book value on the truck was $36,000. Now, I paid $36,000, which I thought was a good deal. Unfortunately, my EV that I had before had some negative equity. $7,000 worth of negative equity. And that got tacked in on the back end. Now, how Navy Federal works with these type of car loans is that they will generally tell the dealer to act as if the vehicle that they are trading in has no negative equity. So they will build the deal around your car basically having zero negative equity on it. And then Navy Federal will tack that on after. Now, key thing that you should know. When you switch from a brand new car loan from Navy Federal to a used car loan, they will adjust your interest rate, as they should. I'm not trying to villainize Navy Federal here. This is my fault. And I think more people need to own up to it. I did the numbers. And this would have easily gone over $2,000 of an investment a month for this truck. I live in California. I filled up from half tank when I first bought it, and that was $80. I drive 22 miles to work one way. So I was budgeting maybe around $600 worth of gas. Then, of course, there is the car loan, which after everything's said and done, probably would have been around $1,100. I don't know the exact number, only because Navy Federal still has to tack on that negative equity to give me the final number, which is kind of shitty. Again, I'm also waiting for that updated interest rate. 6.5 interest rate, it can be very different from an 8.5 interest rate. That's what I had in my last vehicle. I don't want that. It's one of the reasons why I'm negative now. Again, not blaming Navy Federal. They are a phenomenal bank. Every single person that I engaged with there was phenomenal. This is my fault. This is my fault for not going over these numbers more. But I will say that it is also my responsibility to fix this. And I'm feeling really shitty because this was actually a rare experience where pretty much everybody involved were good people. The dealership, Royale dealership over in Montclair, were good people. They were honest, they were enthusiastic, they were energetic, and they really made me feel really good about getting into this truck. And again, not their fault. This is my fault. 100% my fault for not looking into the fine print more. I'm in the 72-hour period, which I'm thankful for. That means that I can undo this deal. Royale dealership is phenomenal. I already called them. They told me as long as I bring the $500 restocking fee, they can help me. Hopefully I can get my car back. See, it is that I owed $7,000 on it, and they only gave me $1,000 because of POS EV. But still, man, it is a really sad day when you realize that you have to grow the hell up and you can't get everything you want. At least not yet. And that's the mentality I had to really adjust. This truck would have cost more than this house behind you. I paid $950 for this place. This truck would have cost me $2,000. $2,000. And to be transparent, I don't make a hell of a lot of money. I don't. I think my gross salary is around $6,000, which sounds like a lot until you take out that 20% that the state always gets, and that brings me down to 4. And you know what? Out of that 4, I gotta buy food. You know, I gotta buy food. You need to buy fuel or electricity, which was actually really high too. You gotta do adult things. I'm trying to save up money. I have trips planned, which again, not the most financially responsible, but that was when I was paying $365 a month for a vehicle and not $2,000. God. I don't want to be a part of the group of individuals who have crippling anxiety every time they go to sleep, worrying about if they're going to make their payments. I also don't want to be that guy redlining it, trying to understand or trying to finagle my budget to make this work. It doesn't work. Not to mention, I rent a room in this place. For that amount of money, I could get an apartment with a friend. So the adjustment in the interest rate, which again, Navy Federal, not your fault, not anybody's fault but mine. Not the truck's fault. Truck's a beautiful truck. Drives like a dream. I just didn't think it through, guys. I didn't think it through. And so many other people I think are in my position. They don't think it through. Do not wait until that whatever grace period that your dealer gives you to say that this is not for me. Do your budget. Really think about it. Because technically, I still had $4,000 a month. I could afford this truck. But I would be at the top of my budget, barely being able to save money, barely being able to pay off other debts. That's not a way to live. It's just not a way to live, guys. So I will be giving you guys an update tomorrow on whether or not I will have to live like this or if I can get my car back. Because there's no guarantee that my car is still there. And again, they only gave me $1,000 for it, and the car had $7,000. So there's a chance that I could return this vehicle and walk out $6,000 in debt and no car. Or I stay with this vehicle and have panic attacks. I'll let you guys know tomorrow.